Los Angeles, California. Standing here, looking at the sites with everything that I've seen online happening in the protests and whatnot, it's pretty chilling. You know, I came out here to stand in support with those who were standing up for immigrants, standing up for those who were being detained by ICE, standing in support of immigrants, apoyo a los inmigrantes. You know, right now where I'm standing is there's a curfew here, and I forget what time it actually starts. I don't know if I can't remember if it's 8 or 10 o'clock, but you know, there was a group of people, 4 people with the Mexican flag walking down the street, and you know, cops drove by them and started wailing the red and blue lights, and you know, they left them alone, thank goodness. But you know, it's my first time here. I don't know fully what that's about. It's a new city for me. I've never been here before, so I don't know. But it's a lot to take in. It really is. Again, as it relates to being here, coupled with footage and things that I've seen online by different live stream sources. You know, I read yesterday that Donald Trump is ramping up ICE deportations, ICE raids as it relates to a response to the No Kings rallies that took place throughout the country. Reading about that, focusing on, as the article said, largest cities, some of the largest cities in the United States, such as Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and I believe a few other cities were listed. I forget all the ones right now, but nonetheless, that's what was written and that's what was said. But you know, a big part of me that did wonder, you know, is that something that could possibly continue happening in Louisville, that being the ramping up anyway. I know the ICE is still out there, ICE is still there, but what does ramping up look like, I thought to myself. But nonetheless, getting back to Los Angeles, California, I'm here. I'm ready to stand in support and go live. If going live makes sense anyway. Interesting. I don't know about everywhere, but there's a lot of places. There's some places I've been, you know, a lot of places I haven't been. There's just so much going on throughout the country at the same time. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's interesting. You know, I noticed too, being out here, it takes me back to, I'll say, you know, 2020 in Louisville, 2021 in Louisville. There's a lot boarded up downtown. Downtown is, again, first time here in the city, so somebody please correct me. You know, if you live in Los Angeles or you know Los Angeles and I say something incorrect, because I'm going to say what I've seen so far since I've been here, which only has been just a few hours. But, you know, I saw a lot of businesses boarded up, and a few locals out here said, you know, it's from, it was that boarding up was derived from the protest, but this was a central location. That's what I was told from those protests starting here, which was referred to as Federal Hall. I'm just kind of walking around downtown right now. It's kind of like I would with the, I don't know, little thoughts before thinking video or whatnot. You know, I have to speak on too something I agree with and whatnot, something I've been feeling. Again, we're referencing the No Kings Rally, No Kings March. You know, a lot of people are writing, a lot of people are saying, a lot of people are still discussing, you know, the aspect of, you know, what does happen next. Where do we go from here? I know at that rally, there, you know, there was speaking, there was the marching, and then there was more speaking and whatnot, which is all beautiful. It really is. A lot of people had said that, hey, this is my first time protesting. This is my first rally. This is my first time being at anything like this. And so, you know, I thought to myself, you know, this person needs a handbook. Hey, here's a list of, you know, groups and nonprofits and that focus directly on activism, focus directly on social justice, focus directly on empowering community. And here's a little bit a blurb about them, and you might like to get involved, something like that. I don't know. Like they need that handbook right there when they say that. Hey, I'm new to this. 5 or 6 people walk up to them. Here's a handbook. Learn more about L-Surge. Learn more about Kentucky Alliance. Learn more about this. Learn more about that. I don't know. It's just another random thought cycling through my cerebral cortex. Did I just say cerebral cortex? God, cycling around in my brain. There we go. Jeez. Schools, churches now too. ICE is working the National Guard and raise the SWAT meet. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be careful, as careful as I can be. I couldn't imagine, like, if you're someone or a group of people who have been activated and activating for months, years, upon years and whatnot, the feel-good rallies, the feel-good speeches, you're ready. You're ready to get to it and have been ready to get to it and are getting to it. I don't know, whatever it is. I'm not trying to get out into specifics right now, especially over Facebook Live or anything, but I can only imagine. I'm gonna zoom in here. As you can see, stuff is gated off, roped off. You can see it went down. In the distance, I can hear the police sirens. Actually, that may be an ambulance siren. There's a small distinction between police siren and ambulance siren. Let's see, was I right? And it was an ambulance. Is it safe to be out late at night? Yes and no. Yes, because I'm out here, I feel safe, it looks safe, and I'm gonna enjoy the night air. No, because there's a curfew right now, and you know, I'm outside during that curfew, so I guess that would be qualified under the realms of being unsafe. And you know, at the same time, whose streets? Our streets. But outside of that, I feel okay. Where am I? This is Los Angeles, California. I'm gonna shut this off. Just kind of take a walk a little bit. So stay aware, stay safe. But if you do nothing else, stay alive.